Hello Pisces, and welcome to my channel Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements looking at your recent, past, current energy, and immediate future, answering the question, what do you need to know right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self? Friendly reminder that these are general readings and they are not here to resonate fully for everyone, and they won't resonate fully for everyone. So do please remember to take what does resonate and helps your personal situation and leave what does not. Last thing is that any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading or coaching session with me is in the description box below. All right, Pisces, let's jump on in and see what you guys have been dealing with. We're going to start with the overall energy with oracle cards, and then we'll dive a little bit deeper into it with tarot as we move a little bit further along. So let's start here, Pisces, with your recent past and what you guys have been dealing with in your recent past. Intuition with shift your energy. Interesting. Okay. So this is less about like what was actually going on in your recent past and more about something that your attention's needing to be drawn to. I feel like this is this energy of just feeling a calling towards something more, some sort of shift, almost as if it's like you have a dream in the middle of the night and you can't like shake it. Like that's what this energy feels like. It's like your intuition putting an idea in your head or putting like a feeling or something in your head that you just cannot seem to shake. And I feel like this was really important because, before change ever actually happens in our life or before like we manifest or materialize anything, it starts in our awareness, right? It starts within us. And I feel like this is almost like the universe and maybe for a while has kind of been sending you these subtle messages, calling you toward something, toward a path, toward a goal. And I feel like this is your current energy will give us more information on like what to do with that because let's just keep going. Current energy for Pisces, because in this intuition, it kind of feels like it's an idea, it's a concept, it's not yet a material action of some sort. And that's why I was like, I don't want to say too much because I want to get a little bit more clarity on what we're dealing with here. So current energy for Pisces. Adventure. So there is some sort of new adventure you're being called to. And then you have trust your own understanding. So now, and why I feel like this is appearing in your past energy and then why it's coming up in your current energy too, is this is something that I feel like has been on your mind for a while or like in your intuition for a while. Yeah, new experiences and possibilities with Make-A-Wish. So there's some sort of new path or new opportunity or I don't know, something that it's like the universe has been calling you and you've been missing those calls, been out of the office, I don't know, Do Not Disturb's been on. And then now you're ready to answer it. And I feel like if you answer the call, embark on this adventure. With this trust your own understanding though, I feel like whatever this is, it might be like it's something that like, and this isn't exactly what it's going to be like, but it's like something people might call you crazy for. Like, and I'm not saying you are crazy, but something that people are like, why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense. Or like the best example I have for this is when I quit my job out of the blue to pursue online tarot. To be a tarot reader on YouTube. People were like, that's crazy. I was like, yeah, but I felt, it was like I knew I knew this was the right path for me. And I feel like that's what this is. It's like something that like deep down you know is meant for you. And to everyone around you or to the people around you, it might not make a whole lot of sense, which is why I feel like you have this trust your own understanding, because it's like that doesn't really matter. This is about trusting yourself and trusting your feelings and your intuition here. So what does Pisces need to know moving forward? Like, yeah, I think in that story in Eat, Pray, Love, she just like goes off on this adventure, like just embarks. It's like she leaves behind this life and just like goes off. And I feel like that's what this feels like. It's like taking a total right turn from the path that you've been on. But it's good. All right, what does Pisces need to know moving forward? You had assurance, but it didn't turn all the way over. I like when these cards are a little bit more intentional, because I feel like there's so many of them that could work, but I want to make sure it's the right message. Infinite blessings. Oh my gosh. Breakthrough. Pause. You are worth it. Potential gateway. Okay. So there's some sort of gateway, some sort of path here that's opening up, and it's something that is going to take you really freaking far. It's something that, like, because this infinite blessings with you are worth it to me, this makes me feel like it really aligns with, like, your highest good. It aligns with your worth. It aligns with your fulfillment. But I feel like it's a potential gateway, meaning that, because then you have this pause card, so there might be a little bit of hesitation. And I feel like a lot of that might have to do with the fact that it might not make sense to everyone else. But it's not supposed to make sense to everyone else. It's supposed to make sense for you. And you have this assurance here, and I feel like that's why that assurance kind of poked through, is it's almost like maybe you're waiting for that. You're waiting for this assurance or this certainty that it's the right path, but you know it is. You know, you might be asking for signs, like, is this the right path for me? That's a good start. You know, ask the universe. Show me a blue butterfly if this is the right path for me. Show me a giraffe if this is the right path for me. I don't know. Those are the first two things I thought of. And a lot of times, you know, I always recommend asking for the first thing that kind of comes into your mind. Don't overcomplicate it, but also don't make it something that you know you're going to see every day. Ask for signs, and you're going to get them one way or another. But then once you start getting enough signs, because I've experienced this in my life, I'd ask for the same thing. Is this the right sign? Is this the right path? Is this the right thing? And the universe is like, yes, 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 yes. And then I'm like, I don't know, is it? Eventually you have to go for it, right? So I feel like I might even be talking to a collective that's like asked for signs and has gotten them. And it's like, but there's still this hesitation. And I feel like it's time now to act on this, because this is like, it's like some sort of portal being opened. It's like, now's the time. You have this opportunity. Like, you don't want to miss this. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's going to take you exactly where you want to go. I don't know what this is talking about, Pisces, but it sure seems exciting. It sure does. Okay, let's get an overall theme for this reading. Overall theme for this reading for Pisces, please. It's like something you've been called to for a while. A deeper purpose, something that is really meant for you here. Spiritual cleansing. Oh, maybe that's what this has been about. It's like the reason that it hasn't been time is maybe your energy has been taken up by things that have kind of clouded your judgment, or even clouded the opportunity. Like, a lot of times we get stuck in complacency, or maybe even like talk ourselves out of it. We start thinking it isn't logical, or whatever the case is. And it's almost like ridding yourself of the ideas, the people, the places, the situations, the habits, the cycles that have been holding you back. Maybe that's kind of what this has been. It's like you've been through the spiritual cleansing, and now you're open. You're open to this new experience, this new portal almost. So this is cool. Let's keep going. I don't know what this is talking about. I wish I had more time in these readings, and I'd clarify this overall energy, but I feel like we'll get what we need through tarot. So let's go back here, Pisces, looking at your recent past energy of intuition with shift your energy. I also feel like I'm getting a little bit nosy, and it's probably not for me to know anyway. Recent past for Pisces. What does Pisces need to know about what they've been dealing with? Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay, kind of a closed mind, closed heart, a little bit closed off here, which probably was a result of something. Okay, Three of Pentacles in reverse. It's 2 reverse cards right out of the gate. 3 of Pentacles in reverse to me feels like maybe... Oh, hang on. Oh my gosh. What is going on here? Ace of Swords in reverse. What is this? What are all these reverse cards trying to tell me about this past energy? Because I get what they're saying, but it's just interesting that they're coming out in all reverse. The Star, the 2 of Wands, the Hermit. Okay. And then the next 3 are upright. Okay. So this is really about being in spaces where it just feels like the pieces aren't fully coming together. Like maybe even getting some of the things that you want, or things kind of evolving the way that you wanted them to, but like not even really quite feeling the way that you expected to feel. It can kind of represent like also just pieces not coming together for you at all. Just feeling like no matter how hard you try, you're not able to get to where you want to go. But there's this deeper feeling that you're called to more, but you're closed off to it in a way. And I feel like that closed off energy comes from this place of almost like when you think of where this could take you, it just seems so... It almost like it seems so, or has seemed until this point, so just like out of the question, just so not possible. Because remember, this is a path, this is something that seems really out there for other people. But it's something that you've really been called to for a while. So maybe you were even kind of stuck on that doubt. But then you have this Hermit with the 2 of Wands. So to me, this is like, deep down, you know that this is what's right for you, or like you know that there's more out there for you, or that things should be better than they've been. And I feel like it could be kind of in this way of like maybe being in a perfectly fine relationship. The relationship's fine. It's not super fulfilling. It's not necessarily what you want or what you need or what you deserve, but there's just this part of you that's like, I know there's more. I know there's more out there for me. And, you break up with this person and everyone's like, what are you doing? Like, they were so good to you. Like, why would you do that? And you're like, I just knew it wasn't right. It's like, that's what this feels like. It's like deep down, you know that something, you're called to more. And I feel like for a while, you maybe avoided these truths. Maybe you weren't wanting to be honest with yourself because you were afraid of change. It's super natural and super normal. But it kind of feels like a lot of it stemmed from this belief that you didn't think that more was possible, or like whatever this was possible for you. Now, maybe you don't actually tangibly know what it is. Maybe you're like, I know that I feel called to more, but I have no idea what that looks like. That it could still, I feel like be your reading, even if you're not exactly sure what this is talking about yet. I feel like maybe you'll get a little bit more clear as we keep moving forward. But I don't know. I feel like this is about being in spaces where almost like it feels like you don't belong. Like And it could be like working a job that you're good at and it's fine, but you don't love it. It's not fulfilling. Like, and that's what I think it's shocking to everyone else, is because it's like, it's fine, right? That's what I get from this. It's fine. But it wasn't what we were meant to do. It's almost like maybe it required you to shrink yourself. Maybe you were shrinking yourself for a long time to fit into the spaces you didn't belong. And it's almost like you deep down you knew it, but you were ignoring that for a really long time. But then the hermit, it's almost like, to me, it became something you couldn't ignore. It's like a gut feeling that you eventually couldn't ignore. I'm trying to take the cards that'll help me remember the energy the most. But I feel like that's why you have trust your own understanding here. So current energy for Pisces. Trust your own understanding with adventure. Starting a new adventure. Yeah, breaking out of an old cycle slowly but surely. You're starting a new cycle. But it required you to let go, or is requiring you to let go of the old. The devil in reverse also can represent needing to address unhealthy patterns or unhealthy behaviors or things that maybe are a little bit toxic in your life. It's like releasing yourself from the things that have been holding you back. Maybe outside energies, people, places, situations. Maybe it's things within, habits, behaviors, things like that. Because the devil is what kept you back here. But now you're releasing it. The devil energy. I'm not saying the literal devil, the literal biblical depiction of the devil. That's what kept you back here. But it's like now you're letting go of these things, the spiritual cleansing, right? So you've been closing out an old cycle and you're stepping into a very new cycle. It's a new adventure. It's a new... Okay, what is this talking about for Pisces? The death of the Four of Wands. But it required some sort of ending. There's an ending that either was or is necessary to step into this new beginning. And one that I feel like you know deep down in your soul is the right thing to do, but something that you've been very afraid of. It's like you have this idea of what you want your life to be, but then it feels like you settled for what it was. And kind of let go of that idea of what you wanted things to be. And you settled probably because you stopped believing that the things that you truly desire were possible. And that happens, okay? That is so natural. But I almost feel like this is like reigniting your dreams or reigniting your soul or something. It's like finally recognizing that you're meant for more. Finally recognizing that you're being called to more. And I think that a lot of what you're going through right now is like I don't think I'm telling you anything you don't know. And I think like a lot of what you're going through right now is just like finally coming to terms with what needs to change and then actually making those changes. Because this has been a slow and steady process. This isn't something where it's just like all of a sudden you have this idea and you're like, oh wow, like I just now am realizing that I need to change or that something needs to happen. It's like it's always been there. It's just you're finally bringing it to your conscious awareness here. And I think that it's probably difficult. I mean, when we're kind of in denial about what needs to change, or, a lot of times we'll try to talk ourselves into believing that we're happy or that we're fulfilled or that we're meant to be, even though like we really know we're not. But we're afraid to face that because we don't want to make the change. The change is scary. I feel like that's what this is about. It's like no longer being able to ignore the call, no longer being able to ignore the reality that something needs to change. And this pushes you into a brand new adventure here, a new cycle. So what does Pisces need to know moving forward? It's almost like it's your time, in a sense, like your time to shine, to succeed, to live. Even like maybe you've been, this is just an example, okay, like a mom, and your whole life has been out taking care of other people and making sure other people are okay. And your kids are grown up, they're out of the house, and now it's your time. It's your time to live, to do what you want. Like, I'm not saying that's exactly what it is. That's just the energy I feel. It's like you've been so caught up in something, but like always feeling a little bit called to more, always feeling like you're meant for more, like there's more out there. And now recognizing that there is, and I like it. I like it for you guys. Okay, what does Pisces need to know moving forward? Because you are worth it with infinite blessings. So this very much feels like a very drastic shift from this past energy here. Queen of Wands. It's all about action. Page of Wands. It's like, okay, this is just, again, an example. There's the Knight of Cups. There's wish fulfillment. It's like no longer just letting life pass you by. You know, I think for a lot of people, it's easy to fall into complacency and just let the years, let the moments just kind of pass by. And a lot of people do, and something that I've really learned is that the regret that a lot of people have when they're like on their deathbed, and this is getting kind of dark and heavy, but bear with me, isn't that they did that thing and they failed, or that they embarrassed themselves by trying something new. It's typically that they didn't try, that they didn't live more, that they didn't go after the things that they desire, that they didn't make the changes that they should have made. And I think I kind of had this realization a few years ago. This is when I was a financial advisor. It was like I had this moment. I was driving to work and I could like see my future. And I was like, I don't like it. I don't want to just do this job that I hate every single day. I don't want to just be in unhealthy relationships. I just don't want to do this. Like, I want to be happy. It wasn't about money. It was just, I realized that there's this calling to more happiness, more peace, more joy, more love. And I realized that the reality I was in was not going to provide me with that. So I literally, out of the blue, was like, I'm done. I quit my job. It's been a lot of time and money and energy on building my financial advising practice. And I literally was just like, you can have it. I don't care. Threw in the towel. And I embarked on a spiritual journey, on pursuing some sort of a spiritual career. And I mean, obviously here we are now, but, and I'm in such a better place, just mentally, emotionally, and honestly, financially too. And a lot of that came from this realization that, I wasn't aligned. I wasn't aligned with what I truly deserved. I was just doing what I thought I had to do. And I was literally letting my life just pass me by. And I kind of had this realization that I didn't want my life to be like that forever. I wanted to be in places and spaces where I felt I belonged. And I think that that's what this is about. It could be literally like a spiritual awakening. It could be just in general, like a personal awakening, or like just kind of you've been fed up with how things are and you're ready to make a change. Either way, this is about action. This is about, Pisces, I love this. I mean, this is literally about recognizing what needs to change and then freaking doing something about it. And it's a really hard thing to do, but it also leads you to really incredible places. This Page of Wands to me is always kind of about inner child. It's like regaining that spark for life, that joy for life. Like, one of the best things that happened on my spiritual journey was that I reconnected with my inner child, reconnected with having fun and enjoying life and doing things that other people would be like, oh, that's childish. It's like, yeah, we're supposed to have fun. Having fun and dreaming big isn't just for children. We often think it is, but it's not. And I feel like this is so much about tapping back into that, like, that part of you that dreams, that believes. You know, when you're a little kid, it's cute to like believe in magic and believe in fairy tales and believe in possibility. And then as you're an adult, it's like, oh, that's unrealistic. But why? Why are we taught that, right? Why are we taught that we can be anything we want as a kid? And then as you're an adult, it's like, well, you can be anything you want as long as it makes sense to other people and it fits in this little box, right? That's not how we're supposed to live life. You know, being alive, and this, I feel like I'm kind of going a little bit just kind of deeper into this energy, but being alive is quite literally magic. There is so much that we can experience in this world. I mean, not even just talking about manifestation, but just in terms of how the universe works and how supported we are and how guided we are, how much there is to learn and experience and see and appreciate. And I think we really lose sight of that when we fall into routines and we fall into doing what we're supposed to do and our obligations and our responsibilities. And we lose sight of the fact that we're literally here to experience. We're not just here to work and die. We're here to experience. And I feel like you've had this feeling, Pisces, that you've been called to more for a really long time. And I feel like you've been kind of pushing that down, but it's almost like the universe is like, you can't do that anymore. You can't push it down anymore. It's here. This feeling is here. And it's time for you to do something about it. And it's really cool because it's going to take you to some really amazing places. I mean, you have this 9 of Cups. That's all about kind of like wish fulfillment, aligning with your heart, with your soul. I love it. All right, Pisces, we're going to hop on over to the extended. The extended is going to focus on what you need to do right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self. So this is what you need to know. Extended is what you need to do. Any information for that is in the description box below. Thank you so much, Pisces, as always, for your support of my channel. I do obviously hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, I wish you nothing but love and healing and all of the wonderful things that you deserve and desire on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Pisces.